Hey folks, I hope you're okay. Welcome back to another Friday Fitness. It's me, Andy Chadwick, and I've got another great one for you. This week, we are going to be working on complex sets for the lower body and the upper body. Now, this is a great way of improving your strength, which is going to be a foundation for when we start to add power into your training to then apply it to your golf swing. So the first thing we're going to look at this week is the lower body, and I'm going to give you two exercises. The first exercise is going to be a split squat, and the second exercise will be a glute bridge on single legs. Okay, so your split squat position, we're going to take a standing position, keeping the stomach nice and tight, and we're going to take a good step back. Now from here, I've got a soft bend in that front knee, and I've got a slight bend in that back knee. From here, I'm going to lower down for about 3 to 4 seconds until I hit a 90-degree bend at the hip and the knee. From here, I'm going to power on up. If you're wanting to incorporate dumbbells, but 3 to 4 seconds down, get that pause and explode on up. We're focusing about 65 to 70% of the tension through that front leg. 3 to 4 seconds down, driving on up nice and strong. Again, making sure that you're keeping the stomach nice and tight. 3 to 4 seconds down, driving on up. The one big thing that we want to see here is when we're in position, the back knee should be in line with the hip and the front knee should track over the toes, okay? The knee can go in line with the toes at the bottom, but when we're coming back up, we shouldn't be seeing that the knee goes over the toes, but when we're driving back up, we're pushing through that heel. So again, 3 to 4 seconds down, get that pause at the bottom, drive it on up. We're going to superset this or complex set this with a glute bridge. So from here, we're going to lie onto the floor and we're going to bring our heels towards our bum. We're going to push our lower back into the floor. And now from here, I'm going to take one knee up into the air. I'm going to push through my left heel. My right foot is in the air, so I'm going to push through my left heel and I'm going to squeeze my glutes at the top. When I get there, I'm going to hold it for a couple of seconds. And from here now, I'm going to go 3 seconds down. So the split squat is primarily focusing on the quad, but it is also focusing on the hips as well. But this is really focusing on the hamstrings and focusing on the hips. So again, driving on up, hold for a couple of seconds, squeeze the glute, you'll feel the hamstring contract, and then from there, lowering down for 2 to 3 seconds as well. The lower back should finish flush to the floor. Driving on up, squeeze, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, and then drive down. The big thing that we're focusing on here is that single leg that is doing the work is taking all the tension. We're trying not to push up through the back, through the opposite leg that is in the air. We're trying to let the focus be on that leg that is doing the work. We're going to go maybe 5, 8, maybe 10 reps on each leg on this one. If you've got weights added, you can increase the load, decrease the reps. Focus on the strength portion of the movement, but focus on the concentric and the eccentric and also the isometric positions that we've got there. So with the split squat, 3 to 4 seconds down, pause at the bottom, explode up. On the single leg glute bridge, 3 to 4 seconds down, but get a 2 to 3 second hold at the top. That's a big thing that we want to be working on here. Next, we're going to go to the upper body. And I'm going to go through a dumbbell row, but we're going to keep it single arm. So if you have access to bands or dumbbells, it's a great way that you can do this exercise. If you have a barbell, you can do double arm or you can do a landmine single arm row, which is going to be a great variation as well. But I've got a dumbbell here. So I'm going to take hold of the dumbbell and I'm going to go into a hinged position. I've only got one arm doing the work here. So I'm going to go into a hinged position. I'm going to hold my stomach nice and tight or my core nice and tight and I'm going to row up, squeeze for 2 to 3 seconds, and then 2 to 3 seconds back down. The big thing that we're trying to focus on here, when we're in position, we're trying not to let the shoulders rotate too much. Some rotation is good, but we want to keep the stomach nice and engaged, and then row up, squeeze 2 to 3 seconds, and then lower it down for 2 to 3 seconds. Again, we're focusing on not allowing too much rotation, so we're keeping stability through the shoulders, through the core, and the trunk, and into the hips. Hold that for 2 to 3 seconds and then lowering back down. One big consideration here, we want to focus on a 90-degree bend at the elbow. So as soon as we hit that 90-degree bend with the elbow, that's when the back is contracting. We can lower it down nice and controlled and down. With this exercise, we're going to go, again, 5 to 8 reps is going to be a good rep range. If you've got access to more weight, go more weight and then decrease the reps slightly. It's going to be a great thing that you can do over time, or a great exercise that you can do over time that is going to allow you to build strength through the back. Holding your posture in a good position is great. It's going to transfer into your golf swing as well. So the second exercise in this complex set is going to be a push-up, and we're going to incorporate some eccentric isometric work with your push-ups. Now this is where it's going to get challenging. So not only are we taxing your back, but we're going to tax your chest as well, and the shoulders are going to work. So we're going to come down into our push-up position. We're looking for the wrists to be stacked over the shoulders. Now, with the hands, a lot of people complain that their wrists hurt them when they do push-ups or when they get into a plank position. When you're in that flexed position with the wrist, focus on pushing through the heel of the palm. So on the inside and the outside, try and spread the fingers and grip the floor. When you get into position, grip the floor, push through the heel of the hand and bring on up. You should have your shoulders stacked over your elbows. You should have your stomach nice and engaged, and you've got a nice pillar position from the shoulders to the hips and to the ankles. Now from here, we're going to lower down 2 to 3 seconds until we hit a 90-degree bend in the arms. From here, we're going to pause for 2 to 3 seconds, and then we're going to explode up. We're keeping that core engaged the whole time. We're lowering down for 2 to 3 seconds, hit that 90-degree bend, and then explode up. One more here, 2 to 3 seconds down. Get that pause at the bottom, still pushing through that heel. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds, and then drive it on up. Both of these lower and upper body complex sets are going to be great for developing your strength. They're big movements through the hips, through the quads, through the back, through the shoulders and through the chest, that you're going to develop strength in a big way, that you can then start to apply some power exercises, that you can then apply that to your golf swing. So it's all transferable, and it's going to equal that you hit the ball further. It's going to feel that you're stronger in your golf swing to be able to move functionally and better, that you're going to play better golf. Folks, that's this week's Friday Fitness. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give these exercises a go, incorporate it into your workouts when you're in that specific training phase, and I know you're going to get some great benefit from it. I'll see you all next week for another Friday Fitness. Peace out.